What's up, guys and girls? It's good to see you today on the Speak-and-See Show. I ask you to like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when I get information out, you can get information in. Modifications. We have all talked about modification for Eidl loans. Let me look over here at this camera. It might be easier. There we go. Modifications for Eidl loans, a no-interest modification to be exact. It's one of the requests that you small businesses have made, and it's a great starting point for small business Eidl loans to go forward with Eidl loan forgiveness. Representative Marilyn Strickland, a Democrat for Washington in District 10 for the 117th Congress, 117th, 818th Congress, has just drafted a bill that would take away the interest for your Eidl loan. And we're going to break it down to keep you up to date on what's going on behind the scenes on the Eidl loans. I want to thank you all for watching. Once again, I ask you to like, subscribe, and click that notification button. Turn your on your notification buttons or the bell, whatever, so that when I get the information out, you can get information in. And before we start, can somebody say, hey, we still want our 10K?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing everything that we know what to do possible in order to get Eidl loan interest taken away. If you all remember the petition we put out about 9 months ago, yeah, it was about 9 months ago, maybe a year ago, I don't know, somewhere around there. It was a while back, and everybody was craving at least the least they could do is give Eidl loan forgiveness. Well, we finally got a bill drafted in Congress that would do just that. If you haven't signed the petition, please do. I'll put a link down below. It's going to take all of us to get this job done, as well as, lots of prayers to a God who tells us nothing is impossible for those who believe. And we believe Eidl loan forgiveness is possible. So first, let's take all of our hats off to show a bit of gratitude to Marilyn Strickland for doing this. Thank you, Marilyn, young lady, for keeping us in mind, the Congresswoman in Washington. But let me also say that I've read the bill, and it's a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Now let's take a look at this bill for 0% interest on your Eidl loan. It's very simple, brief, and to the point, just the way I like seeing a bill drafted without the flossy-nossy nihilipilification mumble-jumble that the most reps draft bills with. Strickland introduces legislation to help small businesses with COVID Eidl disaster loans. April 20th, 2023, press release. Now it's out. Bill would delay interest accumulation on COVID-19 Eidl loans for 12 months. Washington, D.C. Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland, Washington 10th District, today introduced H.R. 2727, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Eidl Relief Act, to delay interest accumulation on COVID disaster loans. Strickland's bill would make the interest rate on the federal share of an eligible COVID-19 Eidl loan 0% for eligible borrowers for 12 months. So that's the 12 months on this is what I consider to be the Band-Aid, but it's something, ladies and gentlemen. It's something, and we got to take what we can get at this point, at least up until it becomes a campaign issue. The delay in interest would provide relief for small businesses hardest hit as they recover post-pandemic. Small businesses are the lifeblood of neighborhoods in South Sound and across the nation, said Rep. Strickland. My legislation prioritizes their needs as cornerstone in their communities because a post-pandemic return to normal must include helping our small business owners. In addition to delaying interest for a year, the Eidl Relief Act would drop required payments for eligible borrowers to at least 10% of their monthly payment amount, with a $25 minimum to qualify for the interest rate adjustment. This is kind of what we're already seeing with the 10% hardship that businesses can apply for right now for up to a year. It really, 6 months right now, a lot of people are getting for 6 months if they need it. And they can actually go for it up to a year as we speak by calling the SBA and letting them know that you're still going through hardship. So she's kind of reiterating that, but it's still with interest. So it would be nice to see without interest. Let's move forward. Small businesses that are eligible for this would be COVID-19 Eidl loan borrowers who are experiencing short-term financial challenges as determined by the SBA. The Eidl Relief Act is co-sponsored by reps, so it's got 4 co-sponsors that are behind it, which is always a very good sign. Here's the bill. We're going to go over this bill real quick to show you. Here it is in Congress. You can go to congress.gov and look it up, and this is what you will find. H.R. 2727 to require the administrator of Small Business Administration to modify the interest rate for eligible loans made to borrowers experiencing short-term financial challenges. Very quick and to the point. It's a very short bill. So then we go into the bill right here. Move my head. This act may be cited as Eidl Relief Act. We go into the A, The SBA shall carry out the program under which during the 12-month period beginning on the date of enactment of this act. So it hasn't been enacted yet, but as soon as this act is signed by Congress, if it gets the vote, then the SBA can carry that out. It'll have authority. Interest rates on federal share of eligible loan may be eligible to borrower is 0%, and the monthly payment for such eligible loan shall be greater of an equal amount to 10% of the principal for such eligible loan, or $25 minimum, which is what we already have. For the 6 month, they're trying to make it a 12-month, only this would be without interest. Applicability. The requirements of the section shall apply with respect to interest due to an eligible loan or on or after the date of the enactment of this act. Authorization, appropriations, SBA would be authorized to do it, to carry it out. Definitions in this act. Covered period, meaning in sections 11A of the CARES Act. And if we go into the section 11A of the CARE Act, it basically says the period beginning on January 31st of 2020, ending on 31st of 2021. So those were during the moments when people had gotten their loans. So eligible borrower, the term eligible borrower means recipient of an eligible loan. That means if you were involved in fraud or anything like that, you probably couldn't get it. That such recipient is experiencing short-term financial challenges. You call them up and say, I'm experiencing short-term financial challenges, and show them some paperwork that shows that numbers aren't the same. Participation in the program described in subsection if necessary for such recipient to avoid severe financial hardship. That's pretty much it. The term eligible loans means loans made under Section 7B of the Small Business Act. If you got a loan, then you're eligible. So that would be that. And is there any more to this bill? No. But as I was saying, forgiveness. I had a gentleman on my Twitter. You guys can go follow me there if you wanted to speak and see at Twitter. But I had a gentleman on Twitter say, forgiveness, keep it up, and hopefully it will become a campaign issue of 2024. And not only do I think it's going to become a campaign issue of 2024, seeing how they're going to go for another year, right around, once again, campaign time. Primaries are coming out right now. You're getting the Republicans jumping out. DeSantis just came out and to go against Trump as pressure, and the media is starting to expose it more as well. So come 2020-2024 elections, we're hoping to see this thing. Already the ball is rolling. We're just hoping to see it grow a little bit more and more. And that in turn would amount to you getting Eidl loan. First of all, interest gone, as we show in the petition. Once again, go sign that petition. And forgiveness would be the ultimate goal here, which I ask and pray that you all continue keeping that in your prayers for all those small businesses out there. But anyway, I want to say thank you all. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. Been very busy over here doing things behind the scenes here. A lion never roars while it's stalking its prey. I want to say I love you all. I miss you all. And we're going to keep this thing going. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. And can somebody say, hey, we still want our 10K.